Good afternoon. Due to a tragic moment unfolding in court where the parents of Busisiwe were crying as they saw the police sergeant walk in 46-year-old Mbuyiseni Ngema. We hear that it took about a week for him to be arrested. Busisiwe Ngubo was murdered on Monday last week, and Ngema was arrested just this weekend on Friday. And this was his first court appearance. So the matter has been postponed.
All excited and nervous. Busisiwe was super happy to become a mom of twin boys, only for all of that to be shattered just a few weeks till delivery, when she was brutally murdered by her own boyfriend, the father of her kids. Hi guys, thank you so much for viewing. Please like, comment and subscribe. Today I'll be taking you through the story of Busisiwe Ngubo. May her soul rest in peace. Busisiwe Ngubo was a 35-year-old lady living in Ehlenzeni area. That's a place in Ubuhle Bezwe, KwaZulu-Natal. She was a very hardworking woman. She was taking care of her family and her son. She was the breadwinner to her son and her siblings and her mother. She had worked before as a teacher's assistant at a local school and was now working as a local contractor assistant at their local store. She was pregnant and expecting twins. She was so excited and preparing to become a mom again. And this time she would be a mother to twin boys, which would later be discovered that they were supposed to be triplets. She was very happy. The family was very excited. There was going to be a new addition to the family, not one, but two. So this was just a new beginning for the Ngubo family. On the day before the tragic event, Busisiwe told her relatives and her aunt that she was about to go to the hospital to deliver the babies that she was carrying soon. And on the day before the incident, she left her home after receiving a phone call from her boyfriend, who was a police officer. Her family knew where she was going and was excited, as the plan was for her to go to her boyfriend's place and then from there travel to the hospital to deliver. So yep, she packed her baby bags and she left. On the 16th of August 2023, on a Monday morning, tragedy struck. Busisiwe's body was found discarded on the side of the road, just a kilometer away from her home, by people traveling to work in the morning. The police were called. The family was informed she had been strangled to death. The babies she carried were never born. What should have been a new life now turned into a life lost. Lives lost, to be precise. For our family, this was the beginning of a nightmare. Soon after that, the local police of Itopo opened a murder investigation. An arrest followed. The suspect was the boyfriend. He was a 46-year-old police sergeant, Mbuyiseni Ngema, and he was taken into custody for the suspicion of murdering his heavily pregnant girlfriend. After the arrest, her family did speak out. They stated that the relationship was toxic. Busisiwe was planning to leave him, but then she found out that she was pregnant and then she decided to stay and mend things for the kids. But overall, the relationship was very toxic. The man was controlling, the man was abusive. The man was toxic to a point that he never met the family of Busisiwe. He was never introduced formally. He never wanted actually to be introduced formally. Although they had been dating for 3 years and Busisiwe kept on trying to formalize the relationship and involve families, but he never met them up close. They never met him up close. They just knew him because of his status in the community, but there was never an introduction as a boyfriend and a girlfriend, though they had been together for 3 full years. Family also mentioned that he wanted her to terminate the pregnancy. He had been coercing her to terminate the pregnancy and she didn't allow it. So they clearly went on the same page about the pregnancy, that he was very controlling and manipulative. But she had kept on with the relationship, hoping that things were gonna change maybe when she gives birth. But also, he didn't raise much suspicion because he acted as if he was now okay with her not agreeing to terminate the pregnancy. Following the investigation, a lot was discovered about Ngema. Allegedly, he was found with marijuana and other illegal exhibits in his home during the investigation. Ngema wanted bail, and his lawyers claimed that they wanted him to be in isolation when he was held up, because they were claiming that he would be put in jeopardy. His life would be at risk when he was held with other prisoners that he had put in jail since he was a police officer. And they claimed that their client was made or forced to stating or admitting things that he was never meant to admit or to talk about alone without his legal presence with the state. Basically, Ngema's legal team demanded special attention for Ngema in the prison while he was kept behind bars. The matter frustrated the community. One moment Busisi was preparing for childbirth, and then the next moment she was brutally killed. The people demanded swift justice. Her death served tragically as yet another case of gender-based violence, especially shocking that she was brutally murdered while she was about to bring children into this world. It was yet another reminder of how unsafe women and children are in South Africa. The community got together in marches and demanded justice. The Ngubo family was shattered, unexpectedly in shock and deep grief. A mother, a daughter, a sister was all gone. How were they now supposed to transition from expecting an addition to their family to accepting this huge loss? The family says she was very kind and hardworking, and she held the family together. If you know someone in an abusive relationship, tell them to reach out. Tell them to not stay, to not be silent. If you are someone who is in an abusive relationship, do not stay, do not be silent. Talk, reach out. Busisiwe went from expecting a new life to being mourned by her loved ones. May her soul rest in peace with the angels that she left with. May her family find healing in time. And please like and subscribe and comment if there's anything you'd like to add or share about the case. And please comment if you have any case that you would like me to cover. I'll see you on the next one.